Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Saturday, December 18th, 2021. It is only a few days until the official start of winter, which means cold water and pretty lethargic fish. So I came down here to a local pond to see if I couldn't goad some of those lethargic fish into biting. And I decided to go with my main wintertime setup, which is the gulp minnow underneath a float. I'm looking for panfish today. Those are usually the most reliable bites this time of year. There we go. Fish on. That is a crappie. I had been getting a few really light hits out there. And you can kind of tell by where this hook is in its mouth. It's like right on the edge of the lip that these fish aren't really aggressive right now. But that's kind of to be expected in this cold water. Gorgeous little crappie. Not a bad way to start. There we go. That bobber didn't go down, just started moving off to one side. Another crappie. They are hitting it super light today. It's going to be tough detecting bites, even with the float, I think. But at least I'm getting bites. Take it. Yes! Bluegill. Alrighty. Not too surprising seeing a bluegill mixed in with all the crappie. They like to hang out together. There we go, fish on. Another crappie, another super light hit. They're not taking the bobber under. So, you gotta watch it like a hawk. For the record, this is not my favorite way to fish. I'm definitely more of a power fisherman. Give me spinner baits, chatter baits, big jigs, things like that. But when the water gets cold like this, you gotta slow down and you gotta use smaller baits. Otherwise you're not gonna catch very much. Like if I brought a spinner or a little crankbait through this school of crappie out here, I wouldn't get bit. There we go. God, that was another one that was just kind of slowly dragging the float. Took me a second to figure out that I had a fish on. Oh, that thing fell right out of there. These fish are barely getting it into their lips. And I'm getting all my bites pretty much from the same, like, 10 by 10 little area right out here. There must be something down below that's holding those fish there. Oh, look at that. You know what? Let me give a cast out there. Something's chasing bait fish. There we go. I don't know if this is what was chasing those bait fish. This might be the smallest fish of the day so far. But a fish is a fish. Counts just the same, especially on a cold day. I'm not really picky about size when things start to get frigid. There we go. Jeez. They're getting smaller. That one barely put up any fight at all. There we go, fish on. That fish actually took the float under. Oh, check it out. It's a perch. Maybe the perch are biting a little bit more aggressively than the crappie are. You see he's curled up into the defensive position, trying to spike me with his gill plate. I'm wise to your tricks, buddy. There we go, fish on. The bite dried up at the outflow, so I thought I would try the inflow. Looks like there's some fish here too. And again, look at that, barely hooked. Gonna have to toss these fish a little bit to get them past these leaves here. They're really, really thick on the bottom. The water is actually like maybe 3 or 4 feet deep right out here, but the leaves are piled up almost to the top of the water. Well, when I left the house, it said it was 48 degrees, but I'm not sure if I believe that because I'm starting to shiver and my fingers are going numb, so I think I'm gonna have to call it quits here. Didn't slay him today, but I did get a decent number of bites. With how light the fish were biting, it kind of makes me wonder how many bites I missed. But anyway, had some action, and all things considered, wasn't a bad way to spend a chilly Saturday in what is essentially wintertime. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.